So this here is my new phone. It's the Oppo Find X2 Pro, and I'm going to do a quick unboxing here just to show what you can get inside it. I did a lot of research. I watched a good few videos on YouTube. Went on to GSM Arena and stuff, and this was definitely the phone for me. Recommended by Marcus Brownlee as well, the famous YouTube tech reviewer. And on the outset, the box is beautiful. Love that like sort of sparkly sort of pattern and stuff like that. It's got a wee bit dented by the delivery company, but on the outset it looks great. So let's just see what's inside. So here is the little box inside. You actually get a clear case, which is quite good because it's actually quite a nice phone when you see it here. It's not very colourful or anything, but it's still nice. Here, the usual warranty sort of stuff. Little SIM card key, and here is the phone itself. So I'm going to reveal that in a wee second, okay? But oh, it's quite hefty, quite a hefty phone. So I went for this phone because good reviews. I like something a wee bit different too. It's 5G enabled too, so good data on it. It's got a decent camera apparently. You can see sort of the double lens there, and you can see the sensor too at the top, I believe, with flash there too. But I make a lot of videos and take a lot of photos and things like that, so that's one of my main focuses. But there's a good RAM spec on it too. It's very quick. It's got the Snapdragon processor, and also one of the key features is the charging speed too. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a second. So these are lovely looking headphones. If it sort of focuses there a little bit, but look at those. They are some of the nice I've seen. They're wired headphones, but absolutely beautiful. Nice like brush sort of metal texture. A little bit of green as you can see there too. But yeah, very impressed with the look of those. Usual USB-C ones. And this hefty boy here is the charger. Okay, so it's a super charger, and the super thing about it is one of the fastest on the market at charging your phone, from 0 to I think 100 within about 35 minutes. So that's pretty incredible. First 10 minutes I think it's like 60% or something like that, so you can get a good charge on that. And it's a heavy piece of kit. In the wee box here also you get the wee charging cable too. So yeah, now let's see what the actual phone looks like itself. And here's one I unwrapped earlier. I'm doing this one handed because I'm that professional, but it's lovely. I don't know how much you can see this here, but it's kind of like a matte black finish. It's textured as well. It's like you can't really see it very well on that. If you hear my dog in the background, by the way, he's whimpering there because there's food about. But yeah, it's like a textured sort of finish, so it's not like perfectly polished. It's a really beautiful phone. You got the usual sort of front of the phone there, a little bit of curvature inside, but apparently the sort of touch recognition isn't too bad on the side, like so you don't make any mistakes. And then you've got the punch hole camera at the top left embedded in the screen, so it's very difficult to see that from there, but that's quite good. I quite like that. There's no notch at the top for it. So overall, a very cool looking phone. I'm glad I've got this sort of clear case for that. But that's the main features of this this phone. The RAM is, actually I had to look that up there. I forgot what it was, but it's 12 gig RAM. Okay. You've also got 512 gig of ROM, so the actual hard drive memory itself. You got a 48 megapixel camera. I think the front facing one is also 16, but overall apparently the camera spec is pretty good. You've also got the Color OS system on this, okay, which is their own operating system. I've heard sort of reports on that in the past that it wasn't very good, but apparently the new 7.1 edition is much better than it used to be. So I'm intrigued to see what that's like. I've got the Huawei at the minute, P20 Pro. It's been a great phone the past 2 years, but I just wanted to try something different. And with the Huawei being a bit more restricted in terms of what you're allowed to install on it, what you're not allowed to install on it these days. I just changed to something different, so Oppo is not restricted at the minute. Don't know what's going to happen in the future with that, obviously with American-Chinese relations and such, but that's what I've gone for at the minute. It's got 2.84 gigahertz. That's the Snapdragon processor, which is excellent. Any reviewer will tell you that. And I'm really looking forward to trying this phone. But yep, that's my Oppo Find X2 Pro.